It will determine the outcome of this game between Tarmac Titans and VNet Vipers. We have the captains with us. Match referee Zahir Mohammed is with us as well. We are ready for semi-final number 2. Are you ready? Vipers captain with the coin.
Tails.
Tails is the call. Anthony Adams picking up the coin. You've won the toss here, VNet. As the Vipers, what will you do?
We'll be batting first.
Why?
Playing to our strengths.
Playing to your strength. Batting first. You see how it played earlier. What type of total are you looking at?
Minimum 150.
How about a 150 will do you? And what about your bowling to defend that later?
I back my bowlers all the time to play the condition and play the situation, so we'll be okay once we get the total.
Good luck. Tarmac, Vipers won the toss. They're batting first. You have to bowl first. Is that a problem?
Actually, no, we were actually going to take a bowl first, so it worked out in our to our ends.
All right. So he said 150 at a minimum. What do you think?
I think that's too much. We have some good young bowlers. I think we have some experienced bowlers, so we're going to try to restrict them to about 80, 90, and I think we have the batting to take that down.
Sounds very good. Go well.
Thank you.
All right, so the news from the middle, ladies and gentlemen. VNet Vipers, they've won the toss. They're going to bat first. 10 overs. Who will win? Who will join Eccles All-Stars in the final? We'll have to find out. We'll be back in the first innings.
So welcome back at the National Stadium. We're all having excitement building up here gradually at the National Stadium. So we're into semi-finals number 2, VNet Vipers against the Tarmac Titans. And VNet won the toss. They decided to take first strike. So the game is just about to begin. Bodie and Sampson, Quinton Sampson, from Essequibo fame. Seems as though the entire squad out of Essequibo is here. First delivery, pulled down the leg side. It's gone for 4, in fact 6, just over the ropes. That's Bodie.
And a Montreal maximum of the very first delivery name.
Right, just forgot that we've got sponsors for every shot. That's a Premier Insurance boundary.
It's actually a Montreal maximum. It cleared the boundary ropes.
Montreal maximum, 6.
6 off of the first ball.
Right. So aggressive start here by, it seems as though the entire Essequibo is here. It would be interesting to see how many people have come in the stands from Essequibo. And here's another big one, another maximum. That's another Montreal maximum pitched into the pads of Bodie, and Bodie did not hesitate, hoisted it straight over the top of long on and into the boundary, 6 runs.
So there we have it, 2-2. A brilliant start to the VNet Vipers innings. Excellent batting from Kevon Bodie.
Now, if the Titans believe that they're going to get an ease, Quinton Sampson is at the other end. He's the non-striker. And he bats with savage brutality, I can tell you that. We had the good fortune of describing him earlier this year, Neblet, in the inter-county tournament. I don't know if you have seen him before, but he's an extremely hard hit of the ball.
Definitely. One of the names being, as we see Bodie hit yet another boundary. 3 consecutive boundaries. This one is a Premier Insurance 4, and it's through mid-wicket. Kevon Bodie on the go.
Well, Carlton is not off to a good start. I'm telling you, he's bowling the first over. And Bodie is in an absolutely savage mood. He's letting nothing go. 2 sixes and now a boundary, 4 runs. And the VNet Vipers are off to a very, very exhilarating start.
That's right, Bodie. He's in a no-nonsense mood. So anything loose, it's definitely going to go today.
He's one of the very compact batsmen from, accomplished, may I say, from Essequibo. Now this one is high in the air. Someone is going to settle on it. Let's wait and see if the catch is taken. On the second attempt, yes. Very, very good swashbuckling opening in the very, very first over. And continental transport celebration taking place in the stands there. As Bodie, who started off very excitingly, he's gone now.
Well, semifinals action at its best here at the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Blast. We've seen it all, a bit from the batting side in the very first over and also a bit from the bowling side coming back strongly to take the wicket of Kevon Bodie, who was really looking to tear the bowlers apart. A good show of composure from the bowler Carlton Jacques, who now has 1 wicket for 16 runs. As the next batsman is going to make his way to the crease. Now, we were speaking about Quinton Sampson. Of course, he's one of the names coming to the front in senior men's cricket in Guyana very recently, and he's definitely an all-rounder to savor. There was a lot talked about him being the replacement for Clinton Pestano, who we would have also seen in this tournament. But I think as it relates to the Tarmac Titans, they're definitely going to be looking to see the back of Quinton Sampson, as they would have already dismissed Kevon Bodie.
So that brings in to join Sampson is Richie Loknath, another very, very established cricketer from the Cinderella County. So Carlton Jacques is going to start up that bustling, may I say, the correct word, bustling run-up. Crowds just about streaking in and streaming into the grounds. Let's look at Jack, very energetic. He's up and down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire.
All right, just losing his control a bit there. Jacques the bowler gives away an extra run. And definitely the V-Net Vipers lineup consisting of quite a few big names in Essequibo cricket.
Good ball, but wide. Slower ball outside the off stump. Carlton was trying to work his way. He got a wicket. He got the wicket that just fell. And now he was trying to mix things a little bit for Loknath, and it just went too far outside the off stump. But I like his run-up. He's gingerly almost.
Yes, for sure. He's a very tall figure. He runs in with a very upright posture and seems to be hitting the deck very hard. Got one delivery remaining. And it's a good ball. No run. End of the over. A good comeback from the bowler, Jacques.
I think so. You're right on it, Neblet. Absolutely. It started off so badly for him. 2 sixes and a 4. He has bounced back. He took the wicket of the aggressor, and he has Richie Loknath circumspect at the moment.
And definitely what we're here for, Naeem Chan. We want to see high-quality cricket being demonstrated here on the final day of the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Blast, and a bit from both sides in the very first over.
Yeah, and earlier on, if you missed it, the Eccles All-Stars, they won the first semi-finals in absolutely fine style. So the Team Corruption made 71 and Eccles All-Stars 72 for the loss of 3 in just 5.4 overs.
That's right, and here we have over number 2, the new bowler, Raul Morel. Oh my, driven quite crisply back, and it hits the umpire. A very strong drive down the ground from the batsman. Umpire unable to take evasive action, but it does not look as though he was significantly hurt.
But I'm pretty surprised. Yeah, someone broke their hand the other day with this tape ball. The umpire did not even flinch. I thought the physio would have come out to go through the normal protocol. Are you seeing me? What's your name?
He's good to go. I don't know what kind of training these umpires are going through as of late. I don't know what his background is. Just might be a universal soldier.
And this might tempt you to want to umpire with a helmet on now. So Buddy gone 16 off just 3 deliveries at the wicket. Richie Loknath taking strike. Very, very big shot. Straight over the long off, over the bowler's head, and that's not a maximum. So
right.
A mantra maximum, 6 runs there.
A mantra maximum from Richie Loknath. Raul Morel, the bowler, giving him a bit too much room, and he was able to drive through the line of the ball and clear the field quite comfortably.
Another wide signal by the umpire. I wonder what's going through Sampson's mind. Yeah, I know the temperament that he has, and so I seem to get the impression he's probably saying in his mind, well, come on, take a single, let me get down there.
That's right, he's only faced 1 delivery. And he's seen a lot at the non-striker's end, Quinton Sampson. Pulled! What a brilliant delivery by Raul Morel. He's beating the batsman all ends up, looking to go through the onside. Maybe he might have been better served playing a bit straighter on that one, Richie Loknath. However, the Tarmac Titans have struck back, and they've claimed their 2nd wicket with the score on 27 for 2 after 1.3 overs.
I'm a little taken back by the approach of, I was going to say Essequibo, but basically it's V-Net Vipers. These are very, very established batsmen, and they were just lifting their heads all the while and attempting to hit every ball out of the ground.
Indeed. An explosive start by the VNet Vipers, but the Tarmac Titans definitely pulling things back. The bowlers maintaining their disciplines and reaping good rewards inside of the first 5 overs here in the second semifinals of the Kears 1 Guyana T10 Blast at Providence National Stadium.
Well, Mirel, that's Raul Mirel, he's really come back and struck gold, so to speak. He has been very, very tight, right on target, right on target.
And here we see national left all-rounder. I'd like to call him an all-rounder because he does a bit of batting, a bit of keeping. Sometimes he even bowls in this format. Kamal Savory with a bit of a funky hairdo, blonde these days.
He's a very, very good cricketer, Savory. I saw him make 100. He had some very good scores in the senior inter-county tournament. And he's coming in here at a very important point.
And that's going to be a no ball. Raul Morel just overstepping the mark. And if it wasn't a no ball, it was going to be a wide because it went down the leg side. Umpire signaling a free hit and a chance for Kamal Savory to get going here.
So just over number 2 in progress, 28 for the loss of 2. And the VNet started off so aggressively. They've calmed down. There's a little lull in the batting.
Well bowled. Yorker line delivery in the block hold, and Savory not able to do too much with that. Pretty much dug it out to save himself. Well, it would not have counted because it was a free hit, but was not able to dispatch the free hit, was just able to dig it out and scamper for a single.
So Savory breaking into the national team this year. And I think deservedly so. Very, very patient batsman.
Most definitely, name. We'd like to see promotion for award. And Kamal Savory has most definitely been producing the goods in domestic cricket. We would definitely love to see that transcend into his first-class career and hopefully a future in the West Indies side.
And what was sparkling about the intercounty I've not seen in so many decades of being around cricket, that Essequibo could manage to put together such a good team. It was splendid. Savory, of course, was a part of that, and Quinton Sampson, the 2 batsmen who are at the wicket at the moment. In fact, all of them, Bodie, Richie Loknath, the whole lot of them played excellent cricket. Cricket that I've never seen Essequibo played in all those decades.
Most definitely. And their captain, Anthony Adams, with loads of experience as well. Doing a good job leading this VNet Vipers side.
It would be a gross disappointment if VNet, and when I say that, I mean from a standpoint or a perspective of the fans inside of the ground, it would be a gross disappointment not to have them go forward to the final. But it's cricket. It's on the day, how you do and what you do.
That's right. It is a game that's played on the given day. And regardless of whom you might favor, it's all about who turns up with bat and ball on match day, Naim.
Well, there seems to be some bit of work that the physio is doing to one of the players. I can't recall seeing the injury, but seems to be quite okay. They had the magic spray put on and she's out of the ground.
And that's a bowler. Raul Morel, just receiving a bit of treatment there. 1.4 overs. VNet Vipers 30 for 2, having lost opener Kevon Booty, a squashbuckling 16 off of 4. And Richie Loknath, he made 6 off of 4 deliveries. And that's a big 6. Over the mid-wicket boundary from Kamal Savory. Full toss from the bowler. And dispatched quite brilliantly by the young talent Kamal Savory.
And this side, Venus, they've got depth in the batting. So I believe that Savory, who's a very established batsman, along with Quinton Sampson, they know exactly how deep down they've got batting. So they're not going to be there just standing and poking.
Most definitely. Lots of depth in their batting lineup. And I reckon they're going to continue to have a go, despite losing those 2 early wickets.
That's the end of the over, end of over number 2. And it's now 36 for the loss of 2. As I mentioned, this is at a ticklish point where the captain of the fielding side, the Titans, would want more dot balls, if not maiden overs, to be bowled, sent down by his bowlers, because it's dangerous bowling and coming up to a batting side with the strength of V-net.
That's right, and we see the V-net Vipers batsmen not holding back. Even after losing 2 early wickets, they're going at 18 runs per over after the first 2.
So the DJ, they're gearing up. There's going to be lots of entertainment later on tonight. The president is due to be here and to be playing in the celebrity match coming up later on before the grand finale. So we expect a packed house. Even the green stand, if it's overspilling, they'll go into the red stands. But lots of entertainment, and I guess you can be encouraged to come down here.
That's right. We are anticipating a larger crowd for the celebrity match and the finals a little bit later on. In the meantime, we've got Isaiah Thorne, West Indies under-19 fast bowler, running into bowl. It's a short delivery. No signal. Well, the umpire now stretches out his arms and signals a wide ball. So he's going to bowl that one over. Isaiah Thorne, one of 2 Guyanese to represent the West Indies in the most recent under-19 setup. Himself and Matthew Nandu, who we know has transcended his talents to the Amazon Warriors.
I was very impressed with Thorne during the intercounty tournament. This young man is full of fire.
That's right, he's quick and he's beaten the batsman all ends up. Quinton Sampson looking to drive him down the ground. It's a good line delivery. And a dot ball from Isaiah Thorne. Excellent prospect here in Guyana. Lots of good feedback coming from around the region as it relates to Isaiah Thorne. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing him progress as a young cricketer.
Big appeal, big shout. The umpire is pretty well unmoved. It was going down the leg side. He was having a go at it. And the players, from their body language, seemed very confident that he got a nick onto it. The umpire isn't impressed.
A strong appeal from the Tarmac Titans. A bit of a deflection visible to the eyes. However, the umpire reckons there was no bat, so probably a bit of leg. No run, no wicket. The score remains on 37 for 2 off of 2.2 overs. And if you guys want to come down to experience some One Guyana T10 blast tonight, as Isaiah Thorne bowls a dot ball, we want to encourage you guys to do so because we've got, once again, the celebrity fixture that also includes His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, who's the man behind the whole One Guyana philosophy, and of course he's transcended that philosophy into cricket. We've also got the Castro Band. Guyanese entertainers are going to be performing live here today, Naeem. Have you ever seen the Castro Band perform before?
No, I didn't even, never seen Fidel Castro either from Cuba. But I guess they've got talent. Pounded away, really pounded away by Savory for 4, down towards long off. And as I mentioned,
I reckon it was Sampson on strike.
Sampson, correction. And Sampson is a type of character that would not for a fleeting moment calculate that it's torn bowling. Let me just play this over out, see him off. He's going to go after you.
Most definitely. Quinton Sampson, definitely the kind of player to trust his instincts with both bat and ball. And he's definitely going to be looking to counterattack.
Look at that. Look at that. Clubbered away. Straight through covers. That's a beautiful shot. It's a Premier Insurance shot. It's gone for 4 and a 6 correction. So a mantra maximum. And it's a celebration, continental transport celebration.
And just as we expected, Quinton Sampson getting into his work here in semifinal number 2. A renowned all-rounder these days in Guyanese cricket and doing pretty well with the bat so far, even having been stifled for a few overs at the non-striker's end. And it's a good comeback from Thorne. Dot ball, driven very crisply to the fielder at mid-off, but for no run.
Welcome to the National Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, all building up strongly through the aisles. They're streaming in one by one into the green stand. It's absolutely free to, if you want to come down there and to have fun this afternoon. Lots of entertainment at the National Stadium. And just in case you don't know what you're seeing there, it's the Cares One Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast 2023, where it is a conglomeration of all the Tapeball players across the country that competed in some 32 games. That's what it's going to be at the end of the tournament. And this is the semi-final stage. In this particular game, it's VNet winning the toss and batting first against Tarmac Titans.
Yes, I'm Naeem, and let me take this opportunity to say good evening, good afternoon to my brother Inderjeet Prasad and veteran Clyde Butts, Miku and Yezreel. All them should be listening and watching the stream. Good afternoon to you guys.
Dexter George is going to take it up. And I forgot my manners. Sean, I should have welcomed you to the microphone. Good afternoon again. Dexter George, he's going to bowl to Savory. Savory is getting this wide between long on and straightish mid-wicket. It's going to go all the way down to the boundary for 4. Another Premium Insurance boundary there for Savory. He found a gap and it was pitched up into the pads, and he really blurted out at it. Good shot.
Yes, Naeem, beautiful, beautiful there by Savory. This Vipers team is a packed team, a power-packed team, and we should be able to see some score heading over 100.
Well, with the type of batting that they have, and still to come, they're top-heavy with batsmen. And so the Titans Tarmac would really want to minimize this scoring rate wide. And I think it's all about the exuberance here. You've got some aggressive batsmen that can put you away anything you bowl at this level of the game. And Dexter George fully knows this, and I think he's just a little bit scared.
Yeah, but Dexter George is a level-headed player. He bowls very smartly and very within himself. So he's a very cunning bowler there.
That's a mantra. It's not only a mantra, it's a monster. Look at that. Big shot, really severely struck straight over mid-wicket into the ground, into the stands, and the spectators there all taking evasive action. Brilliant shot.
Ronaldo is at the stand at the back of me. And that's another big shot. It's going to go 1-2 bounces in front of the fielder at forward a point. And the good running between the wicket, between the two batters. I was just about to ask Ronaldo if there is any prize for catches in the stand or boundary hitting. I know at the CPL and other games, we have some prizes for those one-handed catch or catches in the stand?
Well, I'd like to say that this is the inaugural tournament, and I can't see why all of these things would not come. I think it was a fantastic job, first of all, done by John Ramsing and the sponsors and the other organizers who have worked along each other, bringing fans out, as you can see in the grandstand. Let me just bring you up to date here. This is over number 4 in progress, 61 for the loss of 2. Savory is 20 off just 7 balls, and Quinton Sampson 12 off 8.
And he's caught out there at the mid-wicket boundary. That's Quinton Sampson going, and Dexter George strikes. So Sampson has to go back to the pavilion, and 61 now for 3.
Yeah, 2.
2.
Well, 3 now.
3, yes. 3 wickets down. Let me take the opportunity to give you a rundown. The V-Net Vipers won the toss and they decided to bat, and the lineup is Anthony Adams, Kamal Savory, Kevin Boodoo, Richie Luknart, Trevor Ben, Sadiq Mohammed, David Williams, Quinton Sampson, Sachin Prasad, Jason Sinclair, Joshua Jones. Those are the lineup for you for V-Net Vipers.
I would like to issue a word of caution to the Vipers. They have accumulated 61 runs in just 3.4 overs. They should not be overwhelmed with that. I'm thinking that they've got 6.3 overs or so remaining, and they should be keeping a steady head.
Yes, as the captain, Anthony Adams in the crease. And that's a good delivery there by Dexter George to start with. The Tarmac Titans, Sachin Singh, Earl Jilks, Azad Mohammed, Raul Merrill, Tevin Imlak, Kelvin Boville, Carlton Jacks, and I'll continue after the delivery. And that one hits uppercut over the keeper head and into the boundary for 4. So that's another premier insurance boundary there for the V-Net Vipers. And to continue that side, Dexter George, Isaiah Turn, Rashid Benjamin, and Kenroy Cox. Those are the men there making up the Tarmac Titans team. As the lights is on, Naeem, we're going to see the lights is going to take effect now.
So it's a free hit now, Sean.
That was well bowled for a free hit, Naeem. Just limiting the batsman there to 1. Very good bowling here by Dexter George to bring up the end of over number 4. You can see the spectators there in the green stand enjoying the cricket here at the National Stadium. Lots of ladies in attendance.
Yeah, they're overtaken. He's not going to allow that. I'll go down fighting. Yeah, one Guyana. Congratulations to the president and his initiative to have that feeling pervading the country, where you can come together and play sport, come together and work.
And it's good that he himself will be here this evening to have a match. He will be playing.
Well, he's not short of energy, I can tell you that. You look at the television, it's like on a daily basis. He's here, there, and everywhere.
The energetic president. So it seems like a bit of a physio coming out. Or maybe not. But later this evening will be the celebrity match, and then we're going to get into the grand final of things. Whichever team won here will be coming up against the Eccles All-Star.
But the Titans would have work here to do. This is a very, very strong side. VNet, Vipers.
A commanding start by VNet Vipers. I think it's going to be the young Isaiah Thorne. He's going to continue from that end.
Cautious, this might even come into the boundary. No, good work by the youngster. That is what I was talking about in the earlier semifinals, that I was not seeing this burst of energy coming out from youngsters. And that was a good example of seeing it.
Yes, that's Rashid Benjamin there.
Good to see the children out. I understand, yeah, Ronaldo says that's the Banks DIH. Hello there. Hi, good afternoon.
That ball taken on the body. Went out on the offside.
So there's a kids zone, a back of the grandstand, sponsored by Banks DIH, where they'd have games, bouncy castle, and so on. So it's a packed night of activities and excitement. Wide, high over the head of Adams.
And just to let you know that the VNet Vipers being managed by Safraz Sarufuddin and coached by Ryan Hercules.
The current run rate, Sean, is over 16. That's amazing.
That's more than amazing, Naeem. I don't want to make too much of a prediction, but and that is a very good delivery there by Isaiah Thorne. Shaping, square up. Anthony Adams there went through to the keeper. Beautiful, excellent. Good stuff here by his Thorne.
Well, I expect no less from Thorne, and he's bowling to established batsmen. So at a minimum, you expect to see good cricket. The interview preceding the startup of the game, the captain had said, that's the VNet Vipers.
Oh.
But I've been doing this job for 38 years. I can't describe what kind of delivery. I've never seen one like that.
I wonder if they would class it as a donkey drop.
That's a wide to the third power.
But Naeem, if they keep going at the 16 plus runs and over, they could very well get over 150.
Well, the captain was hoping to achieve that, the VNet Vipers captain. Whether he can get there would depend too on whether they can keep the flow going, the batsmen who are in there at the moment, and they're both capable.
And that's a savage shot down the ground for 4. It's a premier insurance boundary there to the captain of the VNet Vipers. Straight back, like a bullet from a gun. And the fielder had to just go and retrieve.
These guys, all coming from Essequibo, the VNet Vipers, they have displayed this kind of mentality. I saw them earlier this year, had the privilege of describing most of them. Excellent.
And that's another short one. And that's a no ball. It's a wide. I see the umpire signal. Oh, no ball. So umpire Stefan Josiah signaling no ball.
I would like to see free hit, of course. I would like to see Fern control his emotions. Because while you're trying to put the batsman under pressure, you're conceding no balls and wides, giving free hits in the process, and giving away crucial runs to the batting side.
Yes, it's all about bowling smart. He already has the pace, but he just has to line it up and bowl tightly and smartly. Use the bouncer very rarely, or, you know. But that was a Yorker for the free hit delivery. He digs it out, but it went out straight down to long off, and they get a single. And the score moves to what? So the V-Net Vipers players, the score is 7-7 for 3. The V-Net Vipers in the dugout there. So this is a good partnership, and they need to keep this going almost to the end of the 10th over if they're going to get over 150. Because Kamal Savory, I think he is in 3rd gear so far, looking to get into 4th.
Well, they're proceeding at 15.93. Very, very good scoring rate. Of course, I don't know the Titans lineup, what it looks like. Quick single. Good batting, well calculated.
And it looked like another no ball, yes, signaled by the umpire. Another no ball there by Turn. And I think the captain needs to get into his ears. This is a 10-over affair.
And when it's 10 overs, Sean, you'll appreciate there isn't much wriggling space, so to speak. You have to get about it as in the most business-like fashion. And Thorne, this over, it'll be interesting to know how many wides and no balls he has bowled.
We'll get it from the scorers in a minute.
That's a VIP box, actually, you're looking at. Another free hit couldn't dispatch it for any significant runs. That's the end of over number 5, 79 for 3. I'll say goodbye from this segment and invite Ronaldo.
Yes, so the players will now have a bit of water break. Some nice refreshing water. And just to remind you that the V-Net Vipers did win the toss and decided to bat. And they're 79 for 3 at the end of over number 5. So 5 overs to go after this. As I welcome Ronaldo Magarel. Good afternoon to you, Ronaldo.
Hi, good afternoon, Sean. Of course, this water break is sponsored as well. Sponsored by the Rainforest Water. So we'll take this break to go through some stats for the tournament. Here we're looking at the leading wicket takers for the tournament. Currently, Joshua Jones and Rashidi Benjamin, both playing in this match here. They're tied at the top there with 7 wickets. Joshua Jones tipping him because of better economy. Both having 7 from 4 matches. Well, this is the 4th match they'll be playing. In terms of the batting and runs scored, topping the charts at the moment is Umesh Dhanram from the Village Rams. Played 3 matches, scored 106 runs so far, at an average of 84.5. So, destructive batting throughout the entire tournament. Unfortunately, the V-Net Vipers would have knocked his team out. In the tournament so far, 178 fours hit, 464 sixes. What a number. Just want to remind those viewing and listening that on the FL Sport Facebook page, you can actually win some prizes. When you go there, you see some promotions. If you guess the number of sixes that will be hit in the tournament, the batsman with the most runs, you can actually win some prizes. So if you haven't as yet, check out the FL Sport Facebook page, the Instagram page. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and get a chance to win some nice prizes.
So Ronaldo, at the end of this whole proceedings here this evening, there will be prizes be given out for these performances?
Absolutely, absolutely. At the end of the final, during the post-match presentation, all the awards will be given out. Of course, there's an award for most runs, most wickets, and there's an award for the MVP of the tournament. The award for the MVP is a motorcycle, compliments of a Surya. Currently leading that chart is once again Umesh Danaram.
That's nice to know, Ronaldo. But there is anything for the, maybe it might be difficult, maybe the person feeling the most catches, stumping, maybe because, you know, cricket is all about everything, and feeling is a very, very important part of it. So it would have been nice to know if someone could have been getting a prize for that as well. But maybe in future, next round, things will be, you know, added as the tournament and so goes on.
Yeah, definitely. As more and more persons see the interest and the growth of this tournament, I'm sure Corporate Guyana will come out and sponsor more prizes, more awards. Next year, of course, who knows, you might have a bigger cash prize, more awards, and of course, larger rewards in terms of those individual performances.
And you know, Ronaldo, you could also give us a rundown of the teams that maybe took part. I know it's a lot, but you know, maybe you know, because without them, we wouldn't have reached to the semi-finals and final. I know United Crew is a good team I was looking forward to.
So first ball, that there is a Premier Insurance boundary. First ball after the break, Benjamin into the attack, and he's put away. That was in the slot and deserved to be hit.
Well, Benjamin is one of the leading wicket takers, but Kamal Savory stamping the authority right away. Good shot.
A single on this occasion. Once again in the slot, but Savory didn't get enough of it. Kept it all along the ground though. Picked up that single.
That one was held back slightly by Rashid Benjamin, just hitting the bottom part of the bat and went out to long off for a single.
Even way up in the commentary box, you can hear the vuvuzelas and the crowd making some noise. This one is driven powerfully, but a man straight behind. How straight is that guy? Almost right behind the bowler.
He's just slightly in the long off-ish area, just like watching over the bowler's shoulder. But another good delivery there by Rashid Benjamin, and no wonder why he took 7 wickets. A not bad start here by him, a youngster.
That one there, a mantra maximum from Savory, full toss, and deserved to be put away.
That's a beautiful shot because it carved away wider long off. What score Savory's on now? 32. 32. And the score is? 9-1. And this is good running between the wicket here by Savory. They take the score to 9-3. And this is the 6th over. 4 overs to go after this. So once again, Ronaldo, VNet Vipers could very well get to 150 or over if this pair continues to bat.
Absolutely. Early in the tournament, in the first round of 32 match, as Vipers played, they would have put on a score of a 177. Compliments of all-round performance from everyone. Everyone chipped in. No big scores individually, but everyone would have contributed a quick cameo to ensure they post a very large total.
So, Ronaldo, what was the highest total in the tournament?
So the highest total was 188 posted by the Village Rams. And the round of 16 match against the Ministry of Housing and Water, one Guyana team.
And they won that game with 182.
Yeah.
They were chasing or set?
They were setting. They batted first and made 188. Here we see some team corruption players. Of course, they have some money in their pocket, but unfortunately, they won't be heading to the final. Losing that semi-final earlier, they'll walk away with $100,000. To answer your question earlier, Sean, the 32 teams that took part in this year's tournament, Ariel 11, Avery Lounge, Avinash All-Stars, Bartico Bulls, Big B's, Blairmont Blazers, Central Stars, Airport 11, Continental Transport. Good slower delivery there. Diamond Gunners, Eastside, EC Express, Eccles All-Stars, GPL, Hero Riders, Housing and Water, One Guyana, Luluni, Maruka, Movements Family from Madio, MS13, Name Brand.
That's a
Huge
good
appeal.
delivery. And he's caught behind of the bowling of Carlton Jacks. So Anthony Adams goes and Tarmac Titan strikes. So good delivery there by Carlton Jacks. Yes, Ronaldo?
Yes, and we see the Tarmac Titans coming together there for a Continental Transport celebration, dismissing the skipper there. Yes, to continue the list of teams participating this year. PB Contractors, Region 3 Police, Spartan Strikers, Storm Chasers, Tarmac Titans, Team Corruption, the Guards, the United Crew, Upsetters, VNet Vipers, the Village Rams, and Young Steppers.
But you know, Ronaldo, I think next year, time like this, that will be doubled or even tripled. And you may not have the breath to call all of those teams out.
Absolutely, Sean. Of course, 32 teams in this tournament, but after the deadline, a lot of teams were still trying to be part of this competition. So I'm 100% sure next year will be bigger and will be better.
Which team my good friend played for? Sunil. He's right here next to me.
Played for the East Side.
East side.
Had a wonderful victory in the first round, defeating Airport 11. Airport being one of the favorites in this tournament. It was one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. Unfortunately, they went down in their second encounter.
This is a slow ball wide down the leg side. The new batter is the new batter is David Williams, a left-handed batter. That's another good delivery there by Jacks. But Williams managed to get a single. Now to bring Savory on strike. The score is still in the 90s. 95.
Here the Eccles boys celebrating their earlier victory. Having a few beverages. Resting. Preparing for that final at 8 o'clock tonight. On the lights, of course.
This could be a mix-up here on this side. Oh, he dives, but it hit him. A return coming in from turn. There could have been a run-out. Both batsmen going and coming, but they decided, went back to their respective creases. But Ronaldo knows the beauty of this T10 here, this Tapeball. You have some of the players who, I would say, call them Tapeball specialists, played on the hard surface. And you have the hardball players who play on the turf. So it's a mixture between the two to see who can adjust and who can adapt. And I think most of the players who play on the hard surface find it a little difficult earlier on when I was watching the preliminary rounds to get the ball away.
of the outer part of the bat there. Then you get 2. Well, of course, Savory pushing for runs there, comes back for 3. I would say Savory is one of the quickest batters between the wickets in Guyana, maybe, and dare I say, in the Caribbean.
He's a very fit youngster. Himself and Imlak.
Imlak, the guy just behind the stumps there, keeping for Tarmac Titans. One delivery left to complete the 7th over. The score is 99 for 4. So it's high in the air, and a good running catch there. As Rashidi Benjamin out in the mid-wicket boundary, had to run in a good 20 yards, slide in, dive in, and as we look in the replay, we can see what a good catch that was. Brilliant catch. Kept his eyes on it. And the 5th one rather, goes down for the Vipers.
And that was a continental transport celebration there for the Tarmac Titans. So Rashid Benjamin, a youngster, plays for Guyana GNIC. And a good catch there to send back Kamal Savory, and the score is 99. Yeah. 99 for 5.
After that reinforced water break, Vipers just slowing down a bit. Current run rate just over 14. Of course, at this rate, they'll score just over 140. Not a bad total here. Here we see the entire Eccles squad in the stands there. They're excited, of course, into the finals, up in the VIP boxes. And the stands, those in the stands have seen him on the big screen. We hear a loud roar there for their team.
This is going to be, is Benjamin going to continue? VNet Vipers, 1 run away from 100. But no doubt, as I said before, would look to see if they can get as far as 150 plus, because you never know. You never know the power of the Tarmac Titans. And maybe they don't, VNet Vipers, who have won the toss and decide to bat, they not want to bat under the lights, but they prefer to feel under the lights. So we'll...
Sean, in our midst, the man, the myth, the legend. Everyone in Guyana loves that guy there.
Imran Tahir.
The man from South Africa. And Tahir was one of the first guys to come on board and endorse this tournament. If you actually check the Facebook page, one of the few players who stepped forward and said, hey, I want to put my face to this tournament. There he is in his Amazon Warriors outfit.
Good afternoon to you, Tahir. Next to him.
So the 100 is up in this 8 over. 100 for 5. VNet Vipers still going at a good rate, but just a slowing down.
Yes, it's David Williams along with
Joshua
Jones. Yes, the burly Joshua Jones. He himself had some wickets as well.
Correct. 7 wickets, leading wicket taker for the tournament so far. The last match he would have picked up a 5-for. The only one for the tournament thus far. 5 for 17 from 3 overs. Excellent figures. And there we see his strength as he puts this one over the rope for a mantra maximum. 6 runs to Joshua Jones.
And he makes that look so easy. He hardly seems to hit it, but it went and it fly and it flew over wide long off for 6. Good shot. That's the power of the man, Joshua Jones. Let's see what Rashidi Benjamin will do now in this delivery. Well bowled. A slowish one just outside the half stump, about the 4th, 5th stump area.
The last 6 being the 458 6 in the tournament, along with 174 fours. Just to show the magnitude of runs that have been scored in this tournament, this is the 29th match, and we've had over 5,000 runs already scored.
Wow.
And when we think about it, a 10-over match, that's a lot of runs.
A lot of runs. And a lot of boundaries as well.
Some more persons in the VIP booths having the best view in the house.
Jones trying to sneak a tee for single, but it take the foot area, and that brings up the end of the, is it the 8th over? Right. And the score is what?
106 after 8. So Sean has left us. In comes Mr. Neblet. And Mr. Neblet, everyone around here knows that I love my stats. So in addition to those stats I would have given the last over, we would have had 100 in the tournament so far. That coming in the first round by Ricky Sargent, scoring exactly 100. The only 100 for the tournament. I hope I see another one today. We had 1 maiden bowl in the tournament and 1 5-wicket haul. So we've seen a bit of everything in this tournament.
Definitely lots of action going down, even though these fixtures are reduced to 10 overs a side. As Ronaldo mentioned, in excess of 5,000 runs throughout the course of the tournament. And right now, the VNet Vipers sitting on 106 for 5 off of 8 overs. Just about 2 overs to go. Here we see West Indies under 19 fast bowler Isaiah Thorne coming back into the attack. A bit wayward in the second over, Ronaldo. I thought he was trying to bowl a bit too sharp. Might have been better served just looking to hit that good length, given that he's got a bit of pace about him. But of course, still young in his career, and we're looking forward to seeing him improve, especially as it relates to playing the situations a bit better.
Yeah, definitely. VNet Vipers taking their second power play over now, up against the former West Indies on a 19 pacer.
And we've got David Williams on strike. He did get a score in the quarterfinal match against the Village Rams. However, it took a while for him to get going, and he's currently on 5 off of 4. And he's receiving a full toss from Thorne. No signal from the umpire. Down the ground. They're going to come back for 2. Are they going to make it? No. The umpire signals that Joshua Jones has been run out trying to scamper back for a second run. And now the score has moved on to 107 for 6 off of 8.1 overs. Full length delivery from Isaiah Thorne. Batsman did not get all of it. Probably thought that he would have missed out on a boundary trying to scamper for a second run and bringing the demise of his partner.
Yep, in walks Sachin Prasad now. Of course, VNet was looking to push and get an extra run there.
One shot? And we're being told that they tried to get 2. They didn't even get 1 because the very first run was short. So it has been taken away from them. No run and a wicket. David Williams still on strike. And he's going to wait on this delivery from Thorne, who's once again bowling a full-length delivery in the block hole. Better stuff from him, as against the shorter lengths that we would have seen in the previous over. And pulling things back a bit in his first two deliveries. 8.2 overs gone, 107 for 6, a wicket and a single off of Isaiah Thorne's third over so far. And now we've got the batsman Sachin Prasad on strike. Left-handed batsman. Receives another full-length delivery from Isaiah Thorne, who just looks to be a different kind of bowler when he's hitting these sort of lengths. Very difficult to get away. He's got the height, so he comes down from a very tall trajectory, and when he can nail those Yorkers, it's going to be trouble for almost any batsman, Ronaldo.
Yeah. Here we see one of our cameramen, the man from Puerto Rico.
That's right, my bro. Enjoy your moment. These are the moments we all live for as the umpire signals a wide. Score moves on to 109 for 6.
He spoke of those moments. The moment is even more special, given that they see themselves on the big screen here at the National Stadium in Providence. So a lot of excitement.
That's right. And essentially, once you would have made that big screen, down towards the long on boundary for a single from David Williams. Once you see yourself on that big screen, Ronaldo, it means that you're visible to the world because we are streaming on multiple platforms. We're streaming live on One Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast official Facebook page. We're also streaming live on the www.flsport.gy website, as well as FL Sports page on YouTube and FL Sports page on Facebook.
Tarmac Titans doing well to pull it back. How were these last few overs? Oh, well played. Full toss, signaled no ball by the umpire, and just guided just wide of Tevin Imlach there, fully outstretched, and that's a premier insurance boundary to the V-Net Vipers.
That's a bit too high for Isaiah Thorne. And free runs for the betting side. Not even the wicketkeeper Tevin Imlach of West Indies repute could have stopped that from racing away to the boundary. Of course, you know Tevin Imlach breaking into the senior West Indies side very recently. And he's definitely a talent.
Oh, nasty delivery there.
There we
Short
see a
one.
good short ball. This is the type of short balls that you need to bowl if you want to challenge batsmen at this level. And there we see Isaiah Thorne finally hitting the right length to trouble the batsman with a short delivery dot ball as Sachin Prasad seeks to hook. He might have been better served taking evasive action.
Definitely. Of course, T-ball's not played with helmets, but maybe he should call off a helmet there. Thorne. Wide one.
And it's another wide. A bit of a mixed bag here from Isaiah Thorne, Ronaldo Magarel. Once again, still very young. He's given the responsibility by his captain to bowl the penultimate over. And doing a pretty good job, apart from the few extras. But he's really got to do better as it relates to minimizing and eventually mitigating those extras from his bowling.
On a quick one, I would say Thorne may be the fastest youth bowler in the Caribbean.
Most definitely. Sachin Prasad unable to get bat on that ball. The very last delivery from Isaiah Thorne's spell. 3 overs, no wickets for 33 runs, going at an economy rate of 11 runs per over. And a substantial number of these runs coming via extras. So he wasn't helping himself with those wides and no balls. Nonetheless, doing the job for his captain by completing 3 overs. We've now got 1 over remaining here at the Providence National Stadium. Semi-final number 2 of the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast. And we've got the VNet Vipers in contest against the Tarmac Titans. Vipers currently, after winning the toss and batting, 116 for 6 with 1 over to go. And who's it going to be to bowl the final over in favor of the Tarmac Titans?
So it'll be Dexter George. Dexter George bowling the last over of the Vipers innings. How much can he get off this last one?
Dexter George, usually a spinner in hardball cricket, but we see him running in today.
Big.
And he's bowling a good length delivery. David Williams attempting to hit him through the onside and gets an edge through to wicketkeeper Tevin Imlach. And a wicket goes down in the very first ball of the last over. VNet Vipers now slip to 116 for 7. Brilliant bowling from the man George.
Yeah, George now picking up his 6th wicket of the tournament. George would have been on commentary when we were at Enmore. Here we see him on the field, showing that he is an all-rounder. Plays and analyzes the game. In walks Jason Sinclair, well known for his keeping, but he can bat as well. He was looking to get some big ones in this last over and help the Vipers up to maybe a 130, 135 score.
That's right. Jason Sinclair walking in with lucky number 7 on his back. He's got just about 5 deliveries to go. And definitely he's going to be looking towards making the most of these deliveries. As we see George getting ready to run in once again. He's just remarking his run-up. As we see a lot of bowlers using their spikes. Sinclair waits. George just double checks his field. Thinks he's okay. And commences his run-up.
Driven hard into the ground. They're coming back for the second one. Well throw there from the fielder. And allows Jason Sinclair to complete that second run. Looked initially as though it would have been a very suicidal second run.
Definitely, definitely. Had it not been for that wayward throw, I think Jason Sinclair would have found himself wanting, having attempted that second run, but thankfully the fielder assisted him. Four deliveries to go. It's a short delivery that hits the body of Sinclair, unable to get it away, but they scamper through for a single. And of course, you know, there are no leg by, so the umpire reckons it might have just hit in glove.
Yeah, some bit of bat or glove on that one. Single to Sinclair. 119. I think the Vipers might be slightly disappointed after being 6 or 7 after 4 overs. You know, to have 119 heading into the completion of his innings. Drastic halt to this innings.
Indeed, Tarmac Titans definitely pulling things back towards the latter half of their innings.
Good work on the boundary there. Coming back for the second one. A huge appeal from the umpire. And umpire Josiah says that is not out. So 2 more runs to the Vipers. Here we have a look on the replay.
Well run. Having completed the second run, however, this is brilliant bowling from Dexter George. He's looking to go straight and full at pace and making it very difficult for the batsman to get away here in the very last over. The score is still 121 for 7, and the VNet Vipers, once again, Ronaldo, after such an explosive start, would have definitely been looking towards a little bit more.
Full toss and hit straight to the fielder. Good catch on the edge of the boundary. That's another one down for the Vipers. It's 121 for 8 now. That's a good catch right in the edge there.
Sachin Prasadi's got to go. Full line delivery from Dexter George. Caught at the deep extra cover boundary. Safe catch taken by the fielder. And this is definitely great stuff by the Tarmac Titans. After taking a bit of stick from the VNet Vipers, openers and middle order batsmen. Kamal Savory playing a brilliant hand, 35 off of 15. Kevin Booty at the top, 16 off of just 4 deliveries. But now we see the Tarmac Titans demonstrating exactly why we love this game of cricket, because it really is very unpredictable. If you would have walked in mid-innings, you would have definitely been anticipating a much larger total from the VNet Vipers, but it wasn't to be. The Tarmac Titans holding their composure despite a few extras being bowled, and I'm sure limiting the VNet Vipers to a total that they would feel a lot more comfortable with now, Ronaldo.
Yep, absolutely. This one's in the slot and that should have been put away. Titans just happy with the bye. And that ends it.
Brilliant final over from Dexter George. And the VNet Vipers find themselves limited to 122 for 8 off of their allotment of 10. Off of their allotment of 10 overs. Jason Sinclair unbeaten on 3, and Sadiq Mohammed no run after facing only 1 delivery.
Yeah, good start from the Vipers. I think they were looking for a much larger total, but 122 on the board. They'll be looking to defend this. Savory top scoring with 35 from 15 deliveries. And other than him, no one else really got going, but everyone chipped in with a very quick 10, 15, or 16 runs.
Most definitely. And I do believe that the Tarmac Titans are going to fancy their chances of chasing this total down. I think they're going to feel as though they've been given a let-off, given the explosive start from the VNet Vipers, and chasing 122. I think they're definitely going to back themselves. Once again, we've got the likes of Tevin Imlak, who, as we know, is a player of West Indies repute. And we're looking forward to seeing the second half of this semi-final number 2 between the VNet Vipers and the Tarmac Titans when play resumes.
Absolutely. So join us in just about 2 to 5 minutes when the Tarmac Titans will need 123 runs from 10 overs. Welcome back to National Stadium, Providence, where we're witnessing semi-final number 2 between the VNet Vipers up against Tarmac Titans. Vipers would have won the toss earlier, elected to bat first. They posted 122. A total they might be happy with, but they were looking for more. But runs on the board, 123 required. I have Sean Messiah alongside me in the commentary box. Sean, do you think it's enough?
Ronaldo, thank you, but I think they're about 20 runs short because they started well, but taper off at the end. And the Tarmac Titans started badly when they were feeling, but managed to pull things back towards the end. And I think Tarmac Titans will feel much happier based on the start that the VNet Vipers had. They will feel much happier chasing 123, which is like, what, 12 runs per over? And I think they have the batters to do that. But the VNet Vipers, they will also think they have the bowlers to defend these runs. But it's yet to see because this is a reasonable total in terms of when you looking at cricket here at the Providence Stadium. You know, but we never know. The lights are on. It's the twilight part of it now. The batters are in the middle. And the fielders are setting the field. The captain, Anthony Adams, is setting the field. So we're yet to see. This will be a good match here in the making. Who will join? Who will meet to the finals to challenge Eccles All-Star? Which one of the teams?
Just want to mention a nice little stat. The last time VNet Vipers posted 122, it was in the quarterfinals up against the Village Rams, and they defended it with 16 runs to spare. First one in the slot, and it is going to go all the way. Excellent work from, say, everybody. Can't prevent the Mantra Maximum. First ball 6. What a start.
What a start. Just as how VNet started, the same way Tarmac Titan started, and Sachin will have very destructive batsman is Sachin.
Absolutely. He's currently in number 2 on the leading run scores for the tournament. That 6 takes him to 143 in the tournament so far. Before this match, his average was 45.67, a strike rate of 285. Explosive stuff.
But the batters here, they need to bat smartly. 12 runs are over in terms of the table T10 blast is very much easy, but they have to play very smartly if they want to get over the line.
Yes, Quentin Sampson is the guy bowling the first over.
And the man facing is Earl Jukes, the man who makes a lot of runs in this in table, so to speak, when they're on the harder turf. But let's watch.
He calls himself a universe boss in the table arena. And there he shows everyone why. First ball, over long on for a Mantra Maximum. They're well on their way.
Excellent start here by Tarmac Titans. Almost similar way how the VNet started when they were batting. So this game is a very good game in the making. Let's watch and see what will happen after 5 overs. But Tarmac has their work cut out.
Sean, I'm hearing the stands louder and louder. Every ball I'm hearing more and more noise. I'm convinced we have more persons here than the persons that were here for the third T20 that was played at Providence a couple of days ago.
Yes, because you know, as we call them, local players here, a lot of supporters, friends and families coming from far and near, and you know, the others who really interested in the game as well. So, and after this game, we'll have the celebrity match, make it even better, because there will be more supporters here just to see His Excellency play.
I'm told he's an excellent batter, so I'm excited to see him perform here at the National Stadium. On the lights, can't get any more exciting than that.
Yes, Ronaldo. So this game is well and truly on. And that's a big one. Over square leg for 6. That's a mantra maximum by Sachin. Big 6 here at the National Stadium. The boundary is already big and that has been hit even further. And how many runs so far in the over? 20 without loss at the end of over number 1. So similar. I think VNet had 21 when they started. This is 20 without loss. Good start here by Tarmac Titans.
Indeed, excellent start. Setting the tone for the rest of this innings. Vipers under pressure from over number 1.
And maybe there are a lot of bettings going on. We never know. But my
Yes.
money is in the bank, not betting on any cricket here.
So now we have Josh Jones come to bowl the second over. The star of the show in the last encounter the Vipers had up against Village Rams, taking 5 for 17. He single-handedly took Vipers over the line against the Rams.
So let's watch. Joshua Jones plays for GDF, I think.
Yeah.
Dexter George had 4 wickets prior to this, or 5?
4 before.
And he took 3. So he moves to 7. Level pegging with Rishi didn't get any. Rishi the camera. And he started with a wide down the leg side.
Has a poor delivery. And he bat on that, and there was 4 runs. No one behind square on the boundary. There's one fielder, short square leg.
Wicketkeeper Jason Sinclair backed himself as a good keeper, urging the captain to use all the men in front. And that's another biggie, another maximum, another mantra maximum 6 here for Jilks. What a shot.
Oh, it was in the slot. And was begging to be hit.
And when Jilks starts hitting these deliveries, he's going to keep hitting. A man with a lot of hundreds in Tapeball tournaments and matches. Almost every week, Jilks' name is in up there, 117, 178, 160.
Of course, when you're putting up those numbers
As he has
on the board,
one on his back, that number is what? 172? 173.
yeah, when you're putting up those numbers on the board, I guess you can't call yourself a universe boss, as he does.
He does. So good evening to all who are looking at the stream, taking it live. And that's another mantra maximum straight back over the bowler head, hitting the side screen. And Jilks in full cry at the National Stadium here at Providence, lighting up the spectators and the horns blowing in the background.
Jilks on fire. Already on to 19. But it must be said, that's poor bowling. Can't be bowling in the slot there. Once you pitch up, he will put you away.
I see Richie Looknart went to have a word with Jones. Let's watch and see. And that's another mantra maximum up high into those boots. Another big, this is the 3rd consecutive 6 here by Jilks. Big shot. And the score raised to 29, 39. 39 without loss.
What a start, and what a treat for those in the stands. I think someone has a souvenir there. That one went all the way into the green stand.
Yes, and that one reminds me of the $1 million shot. Narsingh Dina Ryan. Narsingh. Yeah. And the Stanford 20. And that's another shot. This is going to be a premier insurance for.
Didn't get all of this one, but got enough bats. As I mentioned, no one out there behind square. So once he got over that infield, that one fielder inside the circle, it was 4 all the way.
And the runs are coming rapidly, quickly here. Off the bat of Oral Jilks. The score moves into the 40s. 43 without loss. Good going here by Tarmac Titans. What will as Jones? Well, this is an over I think he will want to forget. It's a wide signal by the umpire.
Jones under a bit of pressure.
How many deliveries left in this over, Ronaldo?
2 more.
Wow.
.24 of this over so far. 2 overs left. 2 balls left. Sorry.
That was a very good delivery. He decided to come round the wicket and hit Jilks on the foot, looking to dig out that Yorker. But I think Sachin was told him, "You got enough. Just watch him."
Here we see Ramnaresh Sarwan. Some of the other boys getting ready for that celebrity match coming up very soon.
Oh yes, oh yes. Lennox Cushion Company will be in that lineup.
Some respect shown. 25 of that over. Tarmac Titans 45 without loss after 2 overs, well on their way.
Wow.
That required run rate now under 10. They're looking very much in the front seat.
And Ronaldo, when you're the captain of a team and your bowler go for so many runs, you're beginning to want to pull the hair out your head. You gotta know and think who to bring on now and who can do the job for you, who could pull this, who could restrict, who could tame these 2 batters at the crease. But let's watch and see what Anthony Adams will do. Is he himself coming on? Or this is Trevor Ben, another cunning bowler. Let's see, very experienced. But I think Jilks would have other ideas. He would say to me, Ben and Adams or whoever, once it's there to be hit, he will hit it.
Jilks raced to 30. Just 8 deliveries faced. Of course, all 30 runs coming in. Sorry. Most of those runs, because he hit a 4.
Yeah. Were there any centuries scored previously in the tournament?
Just the one in the round of 32 by Ricky Sargent from Airport 11.
Had to take some good batting. So Ben, Trevor Ben. Oh, the change. Adams.
Just Adams in. Flicked away into the gap. Then they're just going to settle for the single. Of course, you're going at over 20 runs and over. Chasing 120. Just over 120. No need to take extreme risk in terms of running.
Well, Anthony Adams decided that he's going to bring himself on. And from his first delivery, just 1 single. But Sachin, now on strike, he's a left-handed batter.
Excellent run in there from Jilks.
Good call. And very well bowled there by Adams. So Jilks on strike.
Can't get any run there. Coming off the foot of Jilks.
So good smart bowling here by Anthony Adams. Trying to stem the flow of runs. Not a bad start by him. And a Another good delivery there, another good Yorker by Anthony Adams, showing his bowlers how to do it.
Yeah, leading from the front.
Very experienced.
Oh, not a good one. No ball signaled by the umpire.
But he's bowled, I think, is he?
Yeah, but that hand went out straight away from the umpire.
What
That's
a
no
delivery,
ball.
but overstepping. Oh my God, I could feel it for him.
Yeah, he's disappointed there. Everyone in the stands thought it was out.
Yes.
But now they'll see. Jokes still will be there. And now Sachin Singh will have a free hit to face.
And I'll bring my good friend in as I take the leave, Ronaldo.
So Singh hasn't seen a strike for a while. He's there on 14 from 5 deliveries.
And it's all guns ablaze from the Tarmac Titans so far in their innings after 2.4 overs, 49 without loss. Both batsmen striking in excess of 200. And after 2 overs, they were both striking in excess of 3. So definitely the side that they would have wanted. And
So what's
looking to
happened
carry
here?
on.
I see the batter returning to the crease. I'm guessing that was a dot ball. So now the free hit to Jokes. But that last delivery would have been a dot ball. Excellent delivery again into the block hole.
That's right, full and straight. And we see the man Jilks, who's been hitting boundary after boundary, having a bit of trouble with that one, only able to get a single, which brings up the 50 for the Tarmac Titans after just 2.5 overs. But they're not quite on 50. Score moves up to 49. One delivery remaining in over number 3. And it's being bowled by the captain of the VNet Vipers, Anthony Adams.
Excellent finish to the over. 3 overs completed. Tarmac Titans 49 without loss. Good start from the Titans.
Indeed, good finish from Anthony Adams, straight and full into the legs of the left-handed batsman, who's unable to get a run. And now we're moving into over number 4. The second half of this match being played under the twilight settings, the time of the day whereby the natural light is fading and the artificial lights are taking over. Usually a bit more difficult to see the ball under these conditions, but I think the conditions as it relates to the artificial lighting here at the Providence National Stadium, they're excellent. So shouldn't be too many challenges for the batsmen here tonight.
No, I don't think so. With these brilliant lights shining down on the National Stadium, I don't think there should be any problems in terms of visibility. Now we'll see Trevor Ben coming to bowl the 4th over of the innings. Oh, what a sight there.
Indeed. Lights definitely standing out on the east bank of Demerara, the Providence National Stadium. And if you're home and contemplating whether or not you want to come and experience the finals here at the Kears 1 Guyana T10 Blast, then I'm going to encourage you to do exactly that. You see the crowds still coming in. And we're definitely looking forward to the last 2 encounters. Of course, a lot of persons eager for that celebrity match Ronaldo. It features the likes of Ramlar Sarwan. And also, the president is going to be in action. And there's a lot of prizes on offer if His Excellency has a good game, Ronaldo.
Yep. Oh, what a delivery. How did that miss the stumps? Have a look at that again. My oh my, just passing over the top of the middle stump. Ben, excellent bowler.
Good delivery from Trevor Ben. VNet Vipers just pulling things back a bit here inside of over number 4. And this one is in the air.
Oh, my, he lost it there. It seemed at first as though he was settling under it, but then at the last moment, just saying that it just swerved away from him, and he didn't even get a finger on it. Missed opportunity.
Most definitely, and just as we were speaking about the difficulty perhaps to pick up the ball under these conditions, we're seeing that for whatever reason the fielder having a bit of trouble to keep his eyes on that one.
Definitely, and maybe it's because some of these players have not played on the lights, or maybe not played here at the National Stadium before, causing a bit of difficulty there.
Indeed. And I was mentioning to you guys earlier, there are a lot of incentives in place tonight for when President Ali does a number of things when he plays. So we've got sponsors palm court, as we see the bowler bowling a dot delivery there. In the celebrity match, the charity match, they're going to offer $5,000 for every Premier Insurance Force scored by President Ali, $10,000 for every Mantra Maximum hit by President Ali, and $25,000 for every wicket taken by President Ali. Compliments of palm court.
That's awesome. Of course, that match is dubbed Cricket for Charity.
We've got our sponsors at ENET donating $5,000 for every single run scored by President Ali. And we've got the Beacon Cafe donating $100,000 for every wicket taken by President Ali.
That charity match, of course, raising some funds for charity of choice from the two teams. The two teams up against each other in that charity match will be Team Roraima and Team Kanuku.
That's right. Both teams being named after the mountain ranges here in Guyana. And definitely the batsman on either side looking to hit some mountainous sixes.
Once again, we see another innings where you have an explosive start, but then just a bit of slowing down in the middle overs. Excellent delivery. Loud support from spectators in the stands.
Well, it's a brilliant contest currently underway here in the second semifinals. After getting off to a brilliant start, the Tarmac Titans find themselves still on 51 without loss, and the VNet Vipers pulling things back a bit with the bowling of Trevor Ben.
So some information coming in to me. The squads rather, for the Cricket for Charity exhibition match. We have President Ali 11 up against Lennox Kush 11. President Ali's 11 reads Dr. Irfan Ali, the captain, Charles Ramson Jr., Shemroy Barrington, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, Joshua Prasad, Govindra Jagnarain, Stephen Harris, Stephen Jacobs, Devon Lord, Thaddeus Lovell. Lennox Kush 11, of course, Lennox Kush, captain, Ramnaresh Sarwan, Travis Dowlin, Safraz Sharifuddin, Raul Ferguson, Kerwin Bollers, Sunarain Chatsagoon, Devindra Bishu, Jaso Shripal, Rafiq Kasim, Ishwar Singh, Christopher Barnwell, Shahid Mohammed, and Paul Wins. So, loads of action, loads of excitement coming your way. Just in a bit, that cricket for charity match.
That's right, a lot of big name cricketers, a lot of high profile individuals from different fraternities in Guyana taking part in that match. And especially as it relates to the non-cricketers, I'm pretty sure the fans are excited to get the opportunity to see some of the noteworthy personnel in Guyana, some of the popular personalities demonstrating their skills on the cricket field.
Yeah, and you see the players taking a Rainforest Waters water break.
That's right, the Rainforest water break coming
Here we have
after
a look.
just about 5 overs.
Yeah, here we have a look at the green stand. Filling up nicely. A lot of persons are still behind that green stand. Some of the kids are enjoying the Bangzia H Kids Zone. Some persons taking a walk in a corporate village just below the green stand. So even though the stands look like they have some empty seats, a lot of those seats were actually filled just moments ago. Some of them maybe just gone for some refreshments, some
Indeed.
food.
And I think the incorporation of the Kids Zone, it's a good initiative, given that we want to make this a family event, the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast going forward. And we definitely need attractions for every demographic. So if we want to keep the kids entertained, we know sometimes they tend to get a bit restless, especially when the boundaries are not flowing. So the Banks Kids Zone is definitely a good opportunity for the parents who definitely want to enjoy the cricket, not to be distracted by the lads that they would have brought along.
Yeah, of course. Bangzia H Kids Zone. They have a bouncy castle out there, some games and rides. I think I may have a stroll along there a bit later because they're offering free ice cream, free drinks to the kids.
Looking to cash in on some free ice cream? Ronaldo?
Of course, of course. There we have a look at some of the kids packing out the stadiums.
Tarmac Titans in pursuit of 123 for victory after limiting the VNet Vipers to 122 for 8. They find themselves off to a good start. No wickets going down as yet. 51 runs. But we see the bowling side looking to pull things back a little bit here inside of over number 4. There we see the DJ in action, trying to create that electric atmosphere here at the Providence National Stadium with some good musical vibes.
Got a good delivery from skipper Adams. Since he's brought himself into the attack, he surely has dried up the runs. He's into the second over, just giving away 4 runs so far. He's definitely leading from the front, and the Vipers need him to. Another delivery into the body of Jilks. So pressure building slightly. A couple of dot balls. This one he connects to. And of course, once Earl Jilks connects, it goes. And that there is a Mantra maximum. Another one to Earl Jilks.
Still 58, but it's just that the overs are moving.
Slight misfield there from Richie Luknot, the man he calls Spice, allowing the second run.
Definitely can't afford those kinds of misfields. I too am of the opinion that they would have fallen just about 10 to 15 runs short of a total that would have put them in command of this game. And I reckon they're going to have to field out of their skins and bowl out of their skins if they're going to bring this one home today, the VNet Vipers. Dot ball. And we've got a loud moan from the batsman at the non-striker's end. He reckons it was a no ball. No signal from the umpire. End of the over. And the score remains on 61 without loss. Tarmac Titans in pursuit of 123 for victory. We've got the universe boss in the Tapeball arena in Guyana, Earl Jilks. He's currently on 44. And his partner, Sachin Singh, currently on beaten on 14. As we say, welcome back to Mr. Naim Chan.
Hi, so the action I've been missing out. And this has been a good display of batsmanship from the Tarmac Titans. Absolutely exhilarating cricket.
Indeed, great stuff. And there we see even more great stuff. A big 6 off of the bat of Jilks. He's on the go here, and it brings up a half century. 50 coming up for Jilks in just 23 deliveries. A lusty blow, a short ball from the bowler, and dispatched over the ropes. And he's gone. Not enough bat on this one. After Mantra maximum, looking to go 2 sixes and 2 deliveries, and holds out to the fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary. And Earl Jilks is 50 and out.
Well, what a good display. I think the crowd has had their money's worth, we would say normally in cricketing terms, although there's no entrance fee coming into the ground here at the National Stadium. Exhilarating batting from Jilks, 50 coming in 24 deliveries, and they are soaring to the top, the Tarmac Titans.
And I really do believe that what we're seeing in the second semifinals, Naim, it's what we came for. Excellent cricket being demonstrated by both teams. We're seeing the VNet Vipers not giving in, even after taking some stick atop. They've got the man they wanted.
And they have batted well. Jilks was in form, he was hitting the ball around, and you can see that Sachin Singh was giving him support. That's the name of the game. Good batting. When I thought that I'd seen a lot of aggression from the VNet Vipers, now comes the Tarmac Titans with this reply. Exhilarating. The crowd is liking this, although they're pretty quiet at the moment.
That's right. Both of these teams looking to book their spots in the finals, scheduled for just about 20 hours tonight, as we see the ball being hit into the leg side, just short of the fielder, possibly a chance of a catch. However, it seems as though it would not have carried.
Yeah, it dropped just in front of the fielder. And the new batsman is Raul Mirel. Well, they've got it, everything going in their favor at the moment. They need to just be as cautious as possible, score runs, have fun, it's okay. But a fall of 2 or 3 wickets can change the equation any time in a game.
And we see Raw Morel, he had a wicket with the ball. Let's see what he can contribute on the betting side of things. And he's bowled! Well, doesn't contribute anything. Bold first delivery. And the V-Net Vipers fighting back here in the second semifinals. They're not rolling over. Despite the batsmen taking the game to them early on in the run chase. The Tarmac Titans batsmen getting off to a flyer of a start. But here we see the V-Net Vipers bowlers sticking to their disciplines and reaping the rewards.
Yeah, the Tarmac Titans have been given a rose garden by Gilks just to continue and to make this happen. It will be a very sad sight if another wicket or 2 goes down. They still got to get to 123.
And definitely it's going to become increasingly harder if they're going to continue to lose wickets. Of course, every time a wicket goes, there's a bit of a loss in momentum.
Precisely. When you lose wickets, you lose momentum. And I mentioned the word equation. Another wicket or 2, and the Vipers have been fighting back, some good bowling. Gilks had the manpower and the horsepower, if I may describe him that way, of putting it over the boundaries. So let's watch and see. Nice cricket in the making.
That's right. Loving the contest so far. I'm pretty sure the fans are as well. As we see the bowler in. And it's another wicket! Well, V-Net Vipers, they've got their tails up. And it's wicket after wicket after wicket. Just about 3 in quick succession. And now the momentum is definitely with the bowling side.
Well, that's the same thing I'm talking about. It's all nice that you have a good score, brilliant start, something that I don't think that the Tarmac Tartans ever believed that they could have responded in such swift a manner given to them by Gilks. Now, wicket has gone, 2 wickets have gone, now 3 wickets have gone, and the score is not budging. It's now 68 for 3 in just about closing off on 6 overs.
That's right. And having lost a few of their premier batsmen, it's looking towards being more of an uphill task for them to get these 123 runs for victory. Brilliant stuff from the bowler Trevor Ben, who's currently taken 3 wickets for 10 runs off of 1.5 overs. A game-changing performance so far. And let's see if he can finish well.
So just a bit of tension now gripping the National Stadium. So you have a spurt of activities, noise in the place, and then all of a sudden there's a lull. And this could be very close, dropping in front of Savory.
Well bowled. Brilliant over from the bowler Ben. And the V-Net Vipers backing this contest after a couple of expensive overs at the top.
That's the V-Net supporters. They
Definitely
probably
feeling
traveled
a lot
from
better.
very far away. So one tragedy after another. There have been good times, there have been bad times. This is typically an excellent cricket match. And to know that we can have this level of cricket in the tape ball category. This is fantastic.
Most definitely. Enjoying every bit of it.
Trevor Ben has done exceedingly well for the Vipers. This was almost heading towards a lopsided, one-sided affair, so to speak. And Trevor Ben has come and single-handedly just turned it around a little bit.
Played into the onside by the batsman Kenroy Cox, who they call the big swing on the tarmac circuit.
But you can see the energy in the fielding side. A wicket or two, the adrenaline flows, and look at the response you're seeing from the fielders. In normal circumstances, batsmen would have been attempting 2 runs there. But the adrenaline in the fielding side, the ball was gathered very quickly in high speed and returned to the bowler.
Most definitely, and having lost those quick wickets, I don't think the Tarmac Titans want to be taking too many chances.
You can see the urgency. That's what I'm talking about. The urgency. This is coming alive. That's what a wicket or two can do. And Trevor Ben has done that for his side.
Into the onside for 1. After 6.4 overs. The score is 73 for 3. And he's bowled.
Hallelujah. That's what the Vipers are saying. It's the same thing I'm talking about. They had this glorious start, and most of the wickets have been going through negligence in the last 2 or 3 wickets. Good work, Vipers. Good match. Good cricket.
That's right, Naeem. A bit of careless cricket from the Tarmac Titans after getting off to a good start, but we're not going to take anything away from the bowling side. VNet Vipers definitely doing well to pull things back and put themselves in what I would call a bit of a commanding position right now.
Yes, they've been able to turn the equation. And I knew, and I know this side. Most of them are Essequibians, senior players. They've played the inter-county. Some of them went on to national duty and so on. You have the likes of Imlak and so to come, but nevertheless, the energy that's being created in the fielding side, they know that they're scenting something. They're scenting a change around in the fortunes.
Yes, and they've got to keep going.
And the crowd is liking this, Neblet.
They most definitely are. I'd like to see a few more attacking strategies employed by the fielding captain in an effort to close off the Tarmac Titans and secure their spot in the finals of the inaugural Kears 1 Guyana T10 Blast. As we see a single being scored down to long off, end of the over.
Yeah, that's over number 7. So they need 49 runs from 43. 49 from 3 overs, 18 balls.
It's definitely gettable. However, as we would have just mentioned, the momentum is with the fielding side.
The thing is, like, it's a touch and go. Another wicket falls, the equation swings for the Vipers. A 6 is struck, or a 4, or a boundary or 2, the equation comes back to the Titan Tarmac. And that is what makes it exhilarating cricket. Fantastic.
That's right. So I reckon the Tarmac Titans will be looking to score at least a few quick boundaries in the next over as we see Mr. John Ramsing on screen.
One of the players has had some kind of an injury, and so the physio is out, and they're tending to him while John saunters. John is very easy to identify. He's almost cylindrical. One of the hardest workers that I've worked with over the years, and one of the best organizers. Kudos to John. He was the chief organizer in this tournament, and he has pulled off something that we're so happy to congratulate.
Yeah, most definitely, and I really would like to say thank you to Mr. John Ramsing once again for giving me the opportunity to join his broadcast team. I'm actually making my debut as a broadcaster in cricket, even though I am on radio every day. And he's given me the opportunity to work alongside the likes of the veteran Naeem Chan, whom I would have seen even as a child doing broadcasting, and always admired his style of delivery. So it's a blessing to be here, and definitely looking forward to somewhat of a future in cricket broadcasting.
Well, I wish you all the very best, Neblet. What you're seeing on your screen is the celebrity players being ushered into the ground at the moment.
That's right. There we see the likes of Devendra Bishu, former West Indies leg break bowler.
Pretty strong lineup there, the celebrity team.
Yeah, both sides.
So we're finally going to have a resumption. 74 for 4, over number 8 to start. Savory will bowl.
We've got the likes of Stephen Jacobs and Shemar Barrington playing alongside His Excellency and Charles Ramsden.
Precisely what we're talking about, Neblet. Another wicket goes, and Savory striking, and all the hopes, as I said, the adrenaline earlier on, and the Tarmac Titans know that something is not looking good here.
Well, Kamal Savory is a brilliant all-round cricketer if ever I saw one. Usually a wicketkeeper, but within this Tapeball format, throughout the course of this competition, we would have seen him bowl some brilliant overs, some brilliant spells for his captain, and once again coming through to take an important wicket at this stage to put the VNet Vipers a bit more further ahead.
All goes back to the quote of the lifetime in cricket, a game of glorious uncertainties. You can look absolutely well, and there was a sneaking suspicion in me. That's why I kept bringing up the word and using it, equation. A fall of a wicket or two changes an equation, and then the other batsmen that came, for example, after Gilks, their job, they're in a commanding position, they're rolling along, so to speak, sailing away towards victory. It was just being cautious, be absolutely cognizant of the circumstances. Use it. Get your ones and your twos, and your incidental boundaries will come. That was not to be. Trevor Benn led the way well. And Trevor Benn, the last time I heard about a Benn was Suleiman Benn for the West Indies. But Trevor Benn, who started off not so good and then came back. This was great work from the part of the Vipers this afternoon.
Most definitely excellent stuff from the VNet Vipers. Tarmac Titans definitely were sitting pretty with an excess of 50 without loss before that Trevor Benn over that you just mentioned. And definitely bringing a shift to the tide as it relates to proceedings here in the second semi-finals.
Of course, in the first semi-final, if you have just joined us, we had the Eccles All-Stars winning against Team Corruption. And Team Corruption posting 71 for 8. Another exuberant shot, or extravagant, may I say, but it was all airborne for a long time. Something is radically wrong here. If you're going to go airborne, you got to go hard. You got to get it over the head, because if you look at the field, when the cameras stroll around, you'll see it. There are men placed outside there at long off, then extra cover right down on the boundary, and so they're all waiting there. There's a forward of the square leg umpire on the boundary. There's a backward square also on the boundary. So lots of men out there. There we go, and dropped. What a way to do this. Tevin Imlach could have been gone there. Short ball, he was into it, not covering well, all the way in the air, extra cover from the boundary came in, got there, and spilled it.
That's right, at this stage it's definitely got to be go hard or go home. Not getting enough bat on that one for it to clear the boundary. Almost lost his wicket, Tevin Imlach. Nonetheless, he lives to fight another day.
Airborne again, he's just not getting it away. And Imlach and Savory, many of them there played together. They know each other's temperament. Imlach is a very aggressive batsman, wicketkeeper.
And here we see Tevin Imlach struggling with his timing a bit earlier on.
They're right on the job. The VNet Vipers right on the job. Quick in the field, saving the second run, getting there on time, rifling the return. They're on their toes.
And they look a formidable side as the Tarmac Titans scamper through for a single. They really look hungry, Naim Chan, the VNet Vipers.
Precisely, and they've done excellent. All the celebrity players just gathering around, enjoying, soaking up the atmosphere, so to speak.
And here we see the man of the moment, His Excellency, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali. He's already clad in his uniform.
Well, I'll have to ask Ronaldo to research Dr. Ali's records. And I'm not talking about musical records here. I'm talking about statistical records in cricket. But he's a fan of cricket, a prolific player himself. And it's good to see him out there talking about One Guyana and turning up, mixing with the masses, sitting in the stands with spectators, not in this game alone. Last year's CPL, he was not in the presidential box. He was in the stands. Good to see, great sight.
That's right, the president, he really is a man of the people. Tries as much as he can to make himself available at all levels of society.
Deep extra cover. Gets it there. Look at these players running around. Unfortunately there, the return wasn't gathered, bringing the second run. I'm told that President Ali has a tape ball 100. I'm not certain the team that he played against when that happened, but he got 100.
I've actually seen video footage of him batting, and he seems to be a clean striker. So looking forward to seeing the president have a go tonight. Looking forward to seeing all the persons a part of that Cricket for a Charity encounter take the field.
This should clear, or is it going to go to hands? Over the rope. Over the rope. Tevin Imlach.
And it's not over. It's a mantra maximum of the bat of Tevin Imlach. He now takes the Tarmac Titans score to 92 for 5 off of 8.3 overs, leaving them with just about 31 runs to get from 9 deliveries. And it's a brilliant ball. Brilliant ball from Trevor Ben, cutting Tevin Imlach in half. They were only able to scamper through for 1 by. Score moves up to 93 for 5.
Look at his figures. 3 for 20, Trevor Ben. He has bent his back. He's gotten his rewards. He was struck all over the place, came back fighting. And that's what I saw from many of these players earlier this year in the Intercounty from Essequibo. They are fighters.
And Trevor Benny's been around for a while. Loads of experience. And doing a stellar job for his captain, Anthony Adams.
Close. Appeal, not out, says the umpire. He's adamant there, the umpire. This is absolutely nice cricket, though. You not only want to describe it, but you want to sit and watch. Runs have suddenly become very difficult to acquire. There have been some big shots. The batsmen have not been able to get it over the top or even in the boundary ropes. And I say that guardedly because you had jilks when at that time the runs were flowing.
Just goes to show now, when you're the man in form and you're on the go, can't give away your hand as we see yet another brilliant ball from Trevor Ben. Yorker length delivery. Batsman only able to scamper through for 1.
Very good bowling, absolutely. Right in the block hole, just on or about the line of the leg stump, cramping the batsman for space, and very, very good over there from Trevor Ben. He completes his amount.
And it's a golden spell. There we see the prize for the MVP, motorcycle, compliments of Asuria. You fancy motorcycles, Naim?
Not at all. I rather walk. When I'm the pillion rider, you bank left, I go right. I've never been able to be a decent pillion rider. Quite possibly that's why I'm still alive too. Maybe an opposite time and opportunity to exhort our youths who have been riding at dynamic speeds around the country without helmets. Lots of accidents in our country.
As we see a wide delivery being bowled by Savory. But yeah, Naim, I always try to advocate for road safety whenever I get the opportunity to be on air. I always try to encourage road users, especially our drivers, to remember those 5 C's. And I think the riders should remember them as well. I always like to say if you do remember 5, remember 10. 5 for you and 5 for everyone else. Because essentially...
So it's crunch time here, Neblet. Let's just focus on what's happening at the center. 26 from 6 required. Now it will be 26 from 5. This is the final over.
Peanut Vipers looking to close off this encounter.
Finally, a 4 comes. So we have our boys in the commentary box. They're going to be posting up for you at regular intervals. Current run rate just over 10. So they need 25 from 5 balls.
Another Premier Insurance boundary off the bat of Tevin Imlach.
Tevin Imlach. Tevin Imlach. Straight over the mid-wicket boundary, bringing down the asking rate. This is heading for an excitement and a half here.
It's a biggie, a Montreal maximum. He's not giving up, Tevin Imlach.
15 in 3 balls, Neblet.
And there's still life in this contest. Still not over, Naim.
Good fielding, good running, and the Vipers get a wicket. They get a wicket. It was 15 runs in 3 balls, and the Titans, they're looking for boundaries. They got to get it if they stand a chance. And now it's 15 runs from 3 balls. 14 correction.
So with an equation of 14 from 2, the VNet Vipers, they just have to hold their nerve. Don't bowl any no balls or any extras.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can safely say the Vipers must be feeling in their minds. I see they're meeting right now, discussing the strategy. No ball, that's for sure. No wides, no overthrows, because you can run 3 runs and get 4 overthrows, 7 runs in 1 delivery. So just be cautious. But everything is pointing in their favor at the moment.
Yes, for sure. Lots of far-fetched possibilities. But still, we need a bowler to bowl these 2 deliveries. Complete a victory for the VNet Vipers, secure their spot in the finals, after which we're going to see the Cricket for Charity match. And we've just received information that Imran Tahir, South African bowler, Guyana Amazon Warriors bowler, is going to be taking part in the Charity for Cricket match.
Well, this goes well out of the sward, the cordon off area where the play is actually taking place. Brilliant shot there from Tevin Imlach. He has raced on, he's gone to 30. So just how many deliveries? 1?
Oh, 1 more?
Yeah, just 1 delivery remaining. The asking score and the target is 123, and they're 115. This has to be something out of the ordinary before this equation can change. A no ball, maybe a second no ball, a 6, and it's a long way. The Vipers can count themselves, well, not necessarily lucky. They can be satisfied and gratified with their achievement this evening. This has been a fantastic semi-final. Well, I guess it's okay. You don't have to take the catch. That will take them home. The Vipers have romped home 115 for 6 in 10 overs. Just when we thought that the Titans would romp home to victory, that was not to be. This guy called Jilks led the way, 50 in 24 balls, but that was not sufficient.
Proving to be insufficient, Naim. And we've definitely got to say congratulations to the VNet Vipers. A stellar performance with both bat and ball. They showed good composure, good professionalism, held their nerve after taking a beating in the first 2 overs, and moving into that $1 million match.
So the Vipers, they'll win, winning by 5 runs, and what a victory it has been. They started off well, batting well. They batted first, of course, and posted 122 for 8. And the major contributors were Buddy 16 in 4 deliveries, Samson 12, 35 from Savory, 13 from Anthony Adams. And then, of course, Carlton Jack picked up 3 for 24, and Dexter George 3 for 25. Those were the main bowlers. And then the Vipers going after the runs, the Titans, Jilks 50. He was the top scorer, of course, 14 from Sachin Singh. Then we had a brilliant Tevin Imlach, brilliant innings of 32. That really was a fighting innings. He displayed the kind of responsibility thrown on his shoulder. He displayed maturity. 32 runs, Tevin Imlach, in just 10 deliveries. Almost brought it home for the Titans, but it was not to be. Great match, and the Vipers winning by 5 wickets.
That's right, a valiant effort from Tevin Imlach and a losing effort.
So that's it. We're going to say goodbye for a while, and then we come back in a short while for Celebrity Match.